The day has finally come. My wife does not want her GTO anymore. In preparation and getting this thing ready to sell, we need to do a couple little things to it. First off, starting over here, we got a trans temp gauge by glowshift, and I installed one of these in my 79 Firebird over there. And it actually worked out really well, real easy to install. I think I'm just going to take out one of those pods out and just kind of replace it. Also, to go along with that, I have new braided steel lines for the transmission, and it's in a box and all, but oh well. It's a brand new transmission cooler that fits the 6AN lines, and it also comes with a fan. So if you're not familiar with this car, it is a 2004 Pontiac GTO with just over 140,000 miles on it. It is heads cam, 706 heads. All GTOs have the LS6 intake, which is good, and this has a Texas Speed MS3 cam in it. It's not that bad. It's your typical GTO wear and tear on it. You got your clear coat peeling down there, you got your GTO ripped seats and everything, but overall it's not that bad. It's a very well taken care of car, woman driven. Clear coat fading back here. And it runs great. So the 4L60E typically does not have a transmission temperature sensor, but with this new gauge that we got, it came with one, obviously, and it goes into this little side vent port here. I don't know if you can see it right there, right where my shadow is pointing. There's a little 10mm screw right there. Just take that out and replace it with the sensor, and then hook it up into the wiring harness, and that should be it for down here. So correction, that little bolt up here is a 11mm, not a 10. Here's your sensor here that goes into that little port. When you take the one out of the transmission, get ready, because it's going to leak some fluid. Just go ahead and shove this guy in there and tighten it hand tight. I think this is a 13 is what it looks like. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll figure it out when I get under there. So now that I've made a complete mess down here that I will definitely cover up and tidy up and put zip ties where they need to be, let's see if this thing works. Hey, now for the best part. Should be able to change the colors. Awesome. Awesome, it works. Just the first little test of the new gauge in here. Looks like it's working. It's already starting to creep up a little bit. I've gone maybe about 2 miles. I've gone maybe about a mile up the road. And we're cruising about 45, 50, maybe 55. So, looks to be working. So it's been a couple days since I installed the new gauge, and it's pouring down rain. It's supposed to rain all day, and I got a lot of free time today, so I can't work outside because I don't have any dry area. So I'm going over to my buddy's house where he's got a shop and a lift, and this is going to make this job so much easier. What we got left is the new transmission lines, the new transmission cooler, and install the fan for the cooler. We're going to head on over there. We're going to get this thing done hopefully in a couple hours. Let's go. So we got just about everything wrapped up here. We got the new relay with an inline fuse, and you got your cooler and your fan over there, and this here should turn on the relay. We should hear a click. There we go. See if I can wedge that there, and if I touch this, fan should kick on. There we go. So I just need to find a key on source for this, for the relay, and I'll mount that right to the battery for a constant 12 volt. So after that, should be good to go. So I just drove around in traffic, and it did absolutely great. Everything is still working. The highest it got was right here. outside of the traffic area now, and we're still way in the green area. This thing is doing great now. Transmission temperature is doing great. I would trust this thing to sit in any amount of traffic right now. It seems to be doing really good. Let's see if my buddy's outside. Nah, he ain't there. The fella right there, he's usually outside and got a big old smile on his face wanting me to rev it up, and I always do. I never disappoint. Once the lockup kicks in with the converter, it's like a normal car. This thing just floats. Really comfortable car. And I hate that we're getting rid of it, but my wife, she wants a Chevelle. This thing's got to go, unfortunately. This will be a great entry car into the modern muscle car. As we're driving, it's going down, just as it should. It's doing perfect. We'll do just a little pull here. Just enough to spin the tires a little bit. That's it. Just getting up to the speed limit, making a little noise. Not hurting nobody's feelings, not ruining nobody's day. So we're gonna end it off right there. If you guys like content like this, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Take it easy.